So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy.
Oh my goodness.
Try to take a shower here, guys. Come on, get out of here. Close your eyes.
Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This American Hillbilly. Man, good to see y'all tonight. Well, we got like some competition going on here. We're coming on here tonight to address the Hillbilly Nation, and then on other channels, our President Trump, he's addressing the nation. So a tough time slot, to go up against President Trump. But anyway, oh man, if you hadn't heard, he's doing a address the nation at 9:00 tonight, or this time right now. Except for I don't know if he's as late as I was getting started. But anyway, man, good to have each and every one of you on here, and maybe we can get some correspondence, to let us all know kind of what's going on and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people's probably already seen some of the news this evening. So anyway, we do appreciate y'all here, and we're gonna try to just have a wonderful time this evening. This is Guns, Beer, and Therapy, and we just like to have a good time. So anyway, let me go ahead and start this banner right here, because we do have the giveaway tool up and going, and you put in hashtag HBN135, then you will get entered in tonight's giveaway. And I was just informed there that the address was actually over by the time we started. So anyway, did not know that. We was getting ready for the show. So anyway, good to see y'all out there, each and every one of you. And I got a lot of awesome people out here saying howdy, and we'll catch up with all the side chat here in a few minutes and shout your names out. And we have a lot of great people back here in the side chat, or not side chat. I'm sorry. We got, people in the side chat. Great people. We got some people in the green room. Sorry about that. So anyway, up first tonight, let's go ahead and bring out Hasbro. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, Hillbilly. Good to be with you. Like you said, pretty serious night tonight. Probably not a big surprise, but we got a leader in the White House, and hopefully all comes out well. But good to be good to be with you and everybody tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, J Delta out there says the dress was short. So well. Good to see everybody. Hasbro, thank you so much for being honored on here tonight. And up next, we have Mr. Gizzard Gary, everybody's favorite gizzard and mine. How you doing this evening, buddy? Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Sorry about that. Anyway,
okay.
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me.
That happens a lot on Hillbilly
I
Nation.
know. I don't know what it is.
It's a plague.
It is.
You doing all right tonight, Gary?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
Awesome.
Hanging in there. I was kind of feeling a little lightheaded this morning, but I'm doing better now. So just old age, I guess. So.
Well, good. Glad to hear that, buddy. Oh, man. So, it's bad when you get older, you're a little more lightheaded and a little less light-footed,
I know.
So, oh, man. Well, up next, we have Moondog. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Very good. It's been a busy day, and I didn't realize I've been so out of the news. I didn't even realize what was happening today in the world. But this morning I was at a falling plates match where I was testing out a scope and a red dot piggyback combo, and giving it a torture test, so to speak, because I actually was competing with this brand new setup and seeing if it was how well it would do. And then I went to a barbecue. So right now I'm smelling like charcoal, which smells great.
Well, is anybody else, Moondog? You sound a little low on volume. Is
Oh,
that
okay.
just me, or
It might
Better.
be me. It might be me. So let me see what I can do on my end.
or
Might
well,
be
I think that
things got
sounds a little
loose.
better right there.
Okay. So hopefully it's I sound normal. Well, if you guys hear anything weird, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Gary heard a buzzing sound earlier, but I think that was at his apartment somewhere or outside. But
Well, hopefully it wasn't me. So
yeah, Moondog's on the moon. There you go. Oh my goodness. Well, good to have you on here this evening, buddy.
thanks for having me.
Well, up next we got JH586. How you doing, bud?
Better than I deserve. Thank y'all for having me. The Popeyes in the green room was great. I'm kind of a coleslaw kind of guy. Yeah, man. It's been a busy day for me today too. I got up this morning and went over to Trade Days in Collinsville, Alabama, which is about probably an hour or so from me. We walked around all morning, and then went and worked on my side hustle a little bit. Got a machine fixed, so that's a good thing. That's extra money to go in my collection to save up for some H4350, which is, I was shocked. We stopped by a gun store on the way back, and maybe we'll talk about some of the things I saw in there a little bit later.
Betcha.
Found one in particular I'm very interested in. But thanks for having me, and let's have fun, man.
You betcha. You're always happy to talk about what a feller sees in a gun store. No doubt about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I want to say hi to everybody out there, but Sam Folks, that's a new name I've not seen before. Glad to have you on here, buddy. And Bubba was in the back chat earlier. He was getting off work, and so he's hoping to get on here as soon as he gets home. And we also have somebody else in the back room. Last but not least, Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. How you doing tonight, bud?
Great, Hillbilly. I had a good day on the range. And I just wanted to say, with a microphone like that, Moondog should be heard around the world. And yeah, I had a good day at the range, man. A good time. Me and Justin got some shooting done, and Justin shot some really, really good 100-yard targets. Mike at MN Shooting Sports is going to release a new target in the morning, and we got an early preview of it and got to shoot it, but we can't share it until tomorrow. So it's a good target.
Nice.
Justin dominated it.
Ah, good.
Yeah, I started
Again?
to call you today, and I looked on the weather map, and I was like, I guarantee you Chad's at the range today, so I didn't even bother calling you.
Absolutely. I went twice.
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 Yeah.
And I'm
So
going
you went to
tomorrow,
range, went home and ate a sandwich and went back,
tomorrow too.
huh?
Tomorrow we have a steel challenge.
Very nice.
Nice. All right. So anyway, we're gonna shout out side chat here in a little bit. But if you're just now getting on the banner down below, it shows you in there. You can put in hashtag HBN135 and get entered in tonight's giveaway. And,
Jamie, I would tell you what I saw in the gun store today, Jamie, but I put it in layaway, so you'll see it in the future.
Oh, man. Well, so Jamie, before we get first into the topics and stuff, why don't you tell us what you've seen, and then Moondog, you said you had something too. So yeah, Jamie, what's that? What did you see today?
One caught my eye, and I was telling Chad earlier, Hasbro, all you guys, I was telling him I saw a couple of interesting 22 bolt action rifles that kind of reminded me of those things they shoot on over there, and some of the prices. We don't want to talk about prices, but there's one I will drop a price on. I found an Encore, Thompson Center Encore, and it had a Hawk, HAWKE scope on it.
Oh, nice.
Those are good. British.
6x24 by 50, I think. It just seemed that optical objective lens just looked massive, man. But this is my thinking, and I want y'all's opinion. So I think this thing's got like a 24 or a 26-inch barrel on it. It's like I said, it's a Thompson Center Encore. Now it's got the black plastic stock and forearm on it, and shall we say composite. But this is what I want y'all. Who can guess what it was? What the chambering is? Hasbro knows already, doesn't he?
This is a Thompson Center rimfire rifle? No. Okay.
Is it a caliber that you like?
Yes.
Okay, well that narrows it down.
270 Winchester.
I was gonna say 270 or 6.5
or 35 Remington. Those are about the only choices I've got.
The wise man there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
we had 223 and a 22-250 out there, and then Abby come up at 270.
Abby knows me. So they've got a price on it, and we won't mention the price except to say it's north of $1,000.
Dang.
And
well, you're also buying that scope too.
Oh, so your wife watches this show too.
yeah. No, wife could care less what I do on YouTube. She don't watch any of my videos or my live stream or nothing. And when I'm on somebody else's panel, she sure ain't gonna watch that. Y'all got to remember, the woman lives with me. You know, the last thing she wants to see is my face on the TV up there in her bed. Yeah. So this is the thing, though, and y'all tune in to chime in on this thought. All right, it's got this big old objective lens right here on the scope, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this gun and I'm putting it up to my shoulder, and man, it just falls right there. I mean, the scope is right there, and I got the full circle. I mean, it fits me perfect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But when I turn it over and I look at the front of the scope, I couldn't help but take my finger and touch the objective lens. That sucker is covered up in dust. I mean, you have to do some serious cleaning before you could really shoot with it. So I got to thinking as we're driving down the road. I mean, it's an hour from my house, right? It's over in Alabama. I'd have to get it shipped over to my FFL. So I'm thinking if that thing's been there that long and that dusty, taking up his valuable retail space, I'm thinking he might cut that thing loose for a lot less than what the price tag on
So
the tag is.
real
You
real
might be
quick,
onto something.
down there you can't buy a rifle and take it across state lines. You can here.
That guy, we can, but that guy won't.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah, and what's so bad about it, man, is he shoots at a local club in my town. I just he just drop it off as he's
Yeah.
going through, or I meet him at Walmart, kind of thing,
I'll be darned. Yeah, I mean, we buy rifles from Arkansas all the time because that's the close. Well, it was the closest FFL to me. You just, if he's going to get a pistol, he'd have to have it sent, across state
Yeah.
lines. But yeah, a rifle, you just fill out all the paperwork there, and and wait for your approval or whatever, and off you go. I'll be darned. I seen you pull something out of the box there, Tom.
yeah. I thought I'd share this with you because I realized I got this all boxed up, ready to go on Monday. So I better share this with you now because you guys aren't going to be seeing it until the video shows up. But what I have here is a March scope. So this is their new PRS scope that I saw at SHOT Show, and this is a pricey scope. This is obviously I'm not going to get to keep this because I have to ship this. I got to ship this thing back, but they let me have it for a couple of weeks to test out, and I got a chance to talk to the designer of the reticle. He's a PRS shooter out of Texas, so I'm going to post up the interview with him, talking about his experience shooting PRS and helping them design this. But check this out. If you haven't seen my video on my channel of the booth visit of this, but you notice it's got this silver around the turrets here, and that then you think, oh, that's interesting. It's a nice color, whatever. These are writable. You can use a dry erase marker to write on these and erase with them. That's the kicker on these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that I don't know if they can patent that, but I'm sure this is going to get ripped off and duplicated by every other, scope maker out there because this is such a simple idea, but it's brilliant.
Hope
Cool.
somebody's saying you're low volume again.
Oh, it's low again. Darn it. Okay, it's so.
But you can
Anyway.
hear us. You can hear us, right, Mood Dog?
Yeah, I can hear you, but if
Good,
I'm
good.
coming in low, then that's.
Oh, I want you to hear us because I'm going to send you an address to ship that to so it gets officially lost in the mail. Nobody will question it coming from California that it gets lost in the mail. So,
Of course.
Boom says keep the mock and send back a CV life in the box.
I think they'll notice that, but yeah.
take a
Well,
marker and write Maven on it.
I really like the contrast on those numbers. You can see them really well.
Oh yeah, especially
That
you know,
is, I
yeah.
really like that.
There's a company. I think the guys in Canada. You can buy those. Yeah.
just the turrets or the scope.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can buy a label that'll wrap around your turret.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
label.
So you were
And then
saying that he wraps tape, and there's a brand of tape that all the shooters use
Yep.
to wrap their turrets. But this is I don't know if I think this may be the first commercial scope out there that has a writable turret
Right.
that was designed for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and on the side chat, folks, how much do you think this scope costs retail? Let's see if anybody comes close to this.
I'll guess it starts with a 5.
Mhm. Anybody else want to guess?
$49.95.
Well,
It's like a Price is Right.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give it 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I'll give it to Boomstick because that's pretty much the manufacturer's retail price. Street price, of course, is going to vary depending on which shop you buy it from. So it's going to be less than $4,600. But yeah, its retail price is as high as $4,600 for this thing.
Dang.
Yeah. So oops,
Wow.
no, I gotta be very careful.
You still think it looks good, Hillbilly?
Oh man. I'd have to sell one of my square body Chevy trucks to get that. Yeah. There's some dang nice scopes out there, no doubt. And like that one Jamie's talking about, the Hawk, I had watched the video a while back on those scopes, and some of the guys, like, they were shooting super long distance, out in the desert with them. And something about, you can buy this deal. Basically, it reminds me of what you showing there, Moondog, but on your Tarrant, it goes down over. So once you get it set in, then you slide that down and pop it on there and adjust it. And I guess it makes the dope, adjusting for the distance way easier or something. And I watched about a 30-40 minute video on that one time, and I was like, dang, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the Hawks are pretty good.
I wish that I was an Amazon affiliate, because I bought a Vector Optics Sentinel 10-40.
Those are good. That's a good brand too.
Well, I took it to the range at my last match, and I let several people look through it to see if they like it, and they're now sold out.
Oh.
They all came to Kentucky. I know where at least 7 of them went, and when we started talking about them, there was 14 in stock. So,
oh my goodness!
Oh, is this the Continental, or is it the Sentinel? Or
Sentinel, the Sentinel.
I gotta look that up.
I'll be darned. Yeah, Gary says you could give my Amazon link.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
I know what you was thinking.
Currently unavailable.
Yeah, they're unavailable. There was 14 available last weekend. Now there's none.
My goodness. They're like, man, all these hillbillies are buying them. They're going to Kentucky.
Well, they had a good deal on them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because of Father's Day or what, but they were price.
That's about right, Hasbro. Box of Midas Plus, you get the price of a certain scopes you can get. No doubt. That's if you can find it. You can find the scope way easier.
It's Exact, Hasbro. Exact is expensive.
No, it's going to go up.
Well, so Jamie, would you like to shout out the side chat out there for us, buddy?
Well, certainly.
Certainly. So what should they type in? Anybody?
March.
Okay.
March. All right. Hasbro got it out there. So type that in and Jamie will shout you out on the YouTubes.
How about that? Hasbro was in first. He's on the panel and in the side chat. So is Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. Alaska One Andy is out there. David Duff. Moondog 2A. That guy. He's on the panel as well. Ronald Eastman. There's Chris Lang. Fuku YT. J Delta 22NC. Living in Southwest Virginia. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. Abigail Finnegan. Illinois Air Gun. Gizzard Gary is on the panel helping run this outfit. Helping Man is out there. Ozzy Osbourne's out there. Rustic Rimfire 22. Chris Lang, Smoking Joe.
You always want to say Fraser, don't you?
I always do. You know I do. Sam Folks. Jacob S. Randy K. Ron 2A Matters. What's going on? Mr. Bob's out there. Hey, Miss Kitty. Vanessa Kitty is out there. And Jason Mahoy. And I think we are caught up for the moment.
That's a good bunch.
See, yeah, a bunch of great people out there. My
Ain't
goodness.
it cool?
Oh, yeah. All these wonderful folks coming together and remember, the 2A community. Just an awesome group of people. No doubt about that.
Hasbro's dog looks like mine. A little bit. That y'all can hear in the background in there.
Oh, yeah. My goodness. Yeah, and if you just got in, don't forget to get your hashtag in for tonight's giveaway. It is hashtag HBN135, and that'll get you entered in tonight's giveaway. There's our attacking daughters jumped in waving. Buddy, how you doing?
Oh, I thought those were snails. I didn't realize. I see it now.
I think they're waving. Yeah. But anyway, I had a couple topics for tonight. And I guess we could get to those. Excuse me a second here while I sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Thanks. Sorry about that. I felt that one coming on. So, oh my goodness. I had this prepared actually a couple weeks ago, and last week we had the birthday for the Army. And so we ended up talking about that. And so I just kind of left it on here for this week. And then kind of in highlights of what happened today, I didn't know, of course, any of this was going to happen with, a foreign country or anything like that. But I had already had this on here. So it's basically a two-part topic here, and we'll go here with the first part of it here, and Billy must have missed the morning briefing. Yeah. What do you keep in stock for rough times as far as food, firearms, ammo? And maybe you're not like a so-called air quote prepper or whatever, but when we think about it, it's like what items kind of do you keep in stock that's easy to keep in stock for you, stuff like that, so we'll just kind of excuse me, we'll go through the panel. And so Chad, we'll start with you, buddy.
Buddy, I got a deep freeze full of deer meat.
Good one. See, yeah. Try to keep some of that 22 ammo in stock too, don't you?
Yeah. I got a pretty good variety of ammunition.
Oh, yeah. We also know, I I mean, I know a lot of people know this, but I know there's probably some people that don't. You can actually can meat, like you would can stuff out of your garden, you know, in a mason jar. And
I got a bunch of canned deer meat. That's the best pot roast you'll ever put in your mouth.
oh yeah, yep. You can do fish. You can do, you know, venison, a lot of stuff like that, you know. And so,
After you can it, it's ready to eat. Just you can pop the top and eat it cold, just like
Yeah.
you do potted meat or that shredded chicken in a can or whatever. I mean, it's the same concept.
oh yeah, you betcha. So, go ahead, bud.
I probably got 20 some quarts of deer meat in the pantry.
Oh, nice, real nice. That is, that's definitely a good start.
Yeah.
You know, oh man. So, Hasbro, I seen you stock up on 6.5 there, but what else do you stock up
Yeah.
on? Or, you
Yeah, it's
know,
true. I have enough that if the kind of insanity hits that could hit, I could still be shooting for a while and still maintain enough to hunt, defend ourselves, whatever. But that's the luxury of being older. I've had time to build it. But as far as food goes, when the pandemic hit, my wife made us into preppers, and so we have all kinds of dried foods and goods. And then she bought a freeze dryer, and so have quite a bit of that. Probably not as much meat as I would like, but we have plenty of protein, vegetable proteins, and things like that too. So
yeah, beans.
she wanted to have enough for us and our daughter and her family, and we needed to. So.
Yeah.
So my grandfather taught me when I was a young boy, there's two plants in the woods. One of them they call chicken toe. It grows in wet spots.
Mhm.
And you can wash it and put it in a bowl, and you wilt it with hot bacon grease, just like you do lettuce and onions.
Poke.
It's awesome. And then poke salad.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't know that. There's a weed that grows commonly around here that you can eat it up to a certain size. Once it gets so big, it's
Yeah.
too
Stalks are
tough.
too
And,
big.
yeah, but yeah, as far as the greens, I mean, you can, if you know what you're looking for, there's stuff out there in the woods that you can eat. So
Yep.
I try to keep an abundance of meat.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be all set with dandelions for dandelion wine. You'll be good.
Yeah, well, there's a dandelion soup.
You betcha.
Right.
Even sassafras. We got sassafras around here. And so you can have me a sarsaparilla. Yeah, you're exactly right, Chad. And poke salad is so popular. They made it, song poke salad, ain't it?
I mean, when I was a kid, we used to eat beech nuts, and there was all kinds of different stuff that you could get out in the wild and snack on.
Oh wow, awesome. So Hasbro, anything else you want to add there, buddy?
Not that I want to put on the air. No,
I
it's,
understand.
we just have the basics covered, and maybe a few more than basics. But yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
So,
water purification. I didn't say that. Y'all don't have that. Get yourself a Berkey or something like that equivalent, because water supply is a big deal.
At least get you some life straws, something.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
Life straws are small that you can carry them in backpacks, stuff like that. And so,
or know where there's a good fresh spring at.
exactly.
We are fortunate at the bottom side of my property. I've got one.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
wow. That's awesome. Oh, we just had Kent jump on saying, evening, y'all. Good to see you, buddy. So, how about you, Gary? You keep some extra canned goods, some ammo. What do you got?
There's ammo. I don't want to get into specifics, much like
Yeah.
everybody else, but yes, I have ammo. As far as other stuff, I mostly concentrate on dry goods such as rice, beans, and stuff like that I tend to keep around for situations like that. Try to put at least a gallon of water away. So in case the water gets cut off, at least I'm not dead out of the water. I need a better solution than that, but that's where I am right now. So I have a minimum of 1 gallon. I do have a live straw also, so that's a possibility. And access to a river less than a mile from here.
Oh, that's good.
Water should not be a problem. That and I know this really doesn't fall into the things you've mentioned, but I do keep plenty of power banks around here, so I have backup power should I need it. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a plus to have. No doubt about that. Be able to charge some stuff and yeah.
Keep your communications open as long as you can.
My next large investment is that I have a gas well on my property and I get free gas for the life of the well. So I heat my house with gas.
That's
But
cool.
I need to invest in a gas backup generator. So I could be totally off the grid.
Yeah.
I do have
Yeah.
that, but mine runs on propane.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got propane converters, but I don't know how different that is from natural gas. But a propane converter is pretty darn easy. You know. So how about you, Moondog?
Well, I got mostly canned and dry goods. I've got I stocked up on Mountain House, and then we've got about I'd say about 20 gallons of water saved up. But this is part of it. Was the need to have it ready in case of an earthquake, since I live in San Francisco. So
Yeah.
a lot of that was already in the works because of where we're at. So, and there is a natural creek about a mile downhill from me over in Glen Park Canyon, though it doesn't run very strong during the summertime. So worst case scenario, like you said, I would bring a live straw down over to the creek and figure out some way. I've got some hose and other things, so I would probably filter it through that and fill a couple of extra jugs.
There you go. And Elfman says, freezer full of pulled pork and a case of barbecue sauce.
There you go.
There you go, buddy. All he needs a fire to warm her up on. There you go. There's JJ Rainey out there, hey, buddy. Yeah, good stuff. So, Jamie, you're a country boy. So, you got a stockpile of grits, or what you got?
Grits, oatmeal, canned green beans, mixed beans. Got a lot of the dry goods. It's not Green Mountain brand name, but it's the same stuff and same concept. And I got 4 big boxes of that. And Chad, my freezer was chock full of deer meat too in January, but by this time of the year, it's pretty empty. So they really go through the deer meat around here. But the good part about that is the freezer's empty. I got plenty of room to put more, right?
You betcha.
Well, we know how to survive, though, Jamie. If we need more meat, we know where to get it.
Oh,
Where to get it. And
yeah.
there's a lot of things that a lot of things out there that are edible. Uh, Dandelion greens for what y'all were talking about. It's good stuff. But yeah, I would like one day to have a garden, be able to can up a bunch of stuff, especially tomatoes and corn and stuff like that. But right now we got 4 living here right now, so it's a little bit tough to stack it away.
Hard to keep them groceries.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, if something like that happened, what we're talking about, my son would move back home. He's just down in Cave Spring, but yeah, you guys are that gas pump on your property though. That's good. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, and there's most usually some stray cats in neighborhoods if you want Chinese food. Wait, I didn't mean, I was thinking that, sorry.
I'd have read all them already.
Yeah, but
Didn't mean to think that out loud.
Even my grills on the back porch, I changed the orifices in them, and they're natural gas. I have a Weber natural gas grill and a Blackstone natural gas flat top
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
of-
to run out and fill propane tanks or anything. They feed off my well.
That is really sweet, buddy.
yeah, that's one of my major expenses for the wintertime is buying propane. So
Yep.
I don't think I could dig down deep enough to find natural gas around.
Yeah. Yeah, and Chris Lang has a good deal there. They're talking about walled edibles and stuff. Rent those out because, something happened, like you're not going to be able to pull it up on Google or something, And so if you don't know personally, remember all that stuff. I mean, there's stuff out there like cattails around the pond that, the old timers used. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff around you. For me, we have,
It might not be your favorite, but you'll survive on it.
oh yeah, we have on our property, we have 2 apple trees, 4 peach trees. We have, of course, some hickory trees, sassafras. We got, thornless blackberries. We got crab apple
Gain
trees.
them chestnut trees.
We got some chestnut tree. Actually, I don't have any on my property. My daughter and son has a big one on theirs.
When I was a kid, those were everywhere, and they about all died around here.
I love chestnut trees. I just don't like the thorny things that come off of them.
The dang thorns, man. That's rough on them. I mean, about them. I mean, they absolutely hate it. My son-in-law keeps threatening to cut it down because he rakes them all up and it burns them. I'm like, dude,
So I got
walnut trees.
I got two stands of bees also. So I got honey.
Oh, it's great.
Nice.
That's awesome. Cat, I don't know if I ever told you that. When I was young, my father ran bees. We ran 100 hives of bees. I got 3 tons of honey a year.
Wow. That's a
Whoa.
lot.
That's a lot of work, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I learned that when I was a kid. My grandfather had 20 stands of bees, and I helped him
You know
work
it.
them. Yeah.
My goodness.
But I got walnut trees on our property, and I did have some persimmons. They died out, but the Indiana persimmon tree is pretty popular, pretty abundant. So that's nice to eat.
So I'm gonna ask just people on the panel first. We have another bush out there that my granny always had, and a lot of people might not know or may have heard of it or whatever. But maybe on the panel, we got a gooseberry bush.
I've got 2 bushes of it out back.
I've had gooseberries.
What
What about mulberry tree?
we do have mulberries too.
Yeah.
We got
Mulberries are,
3 of them.
mulberries are good if you can get them before the birds do.
Yeah, I was gonna say the birds wipe them out.
Yeah.
And they work on my dang gooseberries too, man. I was like, I gotta fight them off, and then the dang deer work on the peach and apple trees.
You gotta know how to pick gooseberries without getting hurt.
Need to learn how to pick blackberries without getting snake bit too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true for you. Yeah.
Well, there's an old timer. I don't know where he got them, how he came up with them, but they're thornless blackberries, and we had them planted on one in front of our house or on one side up against the house, and so they kind of just trellis up. And the grandkids, like they were over here this last weekend. They're already picking gooseberries and eating them and going up. And I was like, guys, the apples ain't ripe yet. They're still green, and they ain't ate some green apples. I'm like, you guys gonna have a stomach ache.
Yeah.
But we also have persimmon trees, but you gotta wait till first frost to eat them things, or you'll be puckering up. But yeah, if you've never had a non-ripe persimmon, you got to at least try one in your lifetime. It's an experience that like you just can't explain. The way your mouth and everything puckers up from the sourness, it's
Eating a green jalapeno.
yeah. Has
You
anybody
ain't
had
green-
a non-ripe persimmon?
I'm not.
Come on, you Southern boys surely had a persimmon.
Oh yeah, yeah. My grandfather had just about every kind of fruit tree you can imagine.
And we do have a couple strawberry grows, but we also got a garden too. So
I got a strawberry bed. I planted it with one plant, and it just keeps spreading every year. Like
Oh, that's great.
well, the thing about strawberries, I'll tell you all this, they're pretty easy to take care of. I mean, you do have to get in there and weed a little bit, but once they get taken over, once they get going good, you know, you don't even have to weed them, but you do have to watch for snakes when you're in there picking on them. But the
Thing
more
about-
years,
thing about
you know,
strawberries is you got to get them off before the snails get to them.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I always hated those damn snails.
But you have to the longer, like it most usually takes 3 years to get a really, really good one started, where they're producing pretty decent size, you know. So the longer you can keep those beds going, the better and bigger the strawberries will do, you know. And
My wife wasn't so scared of them. I'd have a chicken coop.
oh yeah,
She's scared.
chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she got
My
attacked
wife
by a
wants me
chicken
to.
when she was young.
They can be mean.
Well,
She got flogged when she was young, so now
Oh.
she hates any kind of bird. She's scared to death
oh,
of them.
but I'll tell you this, Chad. We got chickens, and there's one rule around here when it goes to the chickens is, you know, it's most usually one warning, but the second flog, they make a trip to the woodshed, and we have chicken and dumplings. And I think the other chickens learn from that, you know.
yeah,
Oh, we have a sighting.
there's a
Oh,
sighting.
look here. We got a sighting. Somebody count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Hey! Mario. Battle Bean himself.
Scoffed weirdo.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like fresh eggs either, though, because they're richer.
Fresh eggs are just amazing.
Store-bought eggs and farm fresh eggs are different.
How do they not like fresh eggs?
They're
What's wrong with them?
They don't like good taste, I guess.
Yeah, they're just richer in flavor.
We don't raise them, but it's all my wife gets anymore. She quit buying store-bought egg.
Hey, what the ticks is so bad this year? I think I'm gonna get some guineas.
Well, even your
Guinea hens?
chickens, though, they'll chickens will keep if you have them where you can let them out and graze around the yard too, and then put them up at night or in the evening. They'll take. You won't have a snake in your yard. You won't have hardly any ticks, nothing like that. And a chicken is the easiest to raise and the cheapest. I mean, you just get them a good coop that's the fox or coyote and whatever can't get in, and you can let them out during the day when you're going to work, and then you got evening, put them back up. But you get a big feeder. A bag of feed don't cost hardly nothing. A big water, and 2 hens. That'll feed a family of probably 4. 3 or 4. Maybe not every day eggs, but I mean you'll end up stocking some up, and man,
I agree with you on the snakes, though.
oh yeah.
Because my grandfather raised chickens, and one of my chores as a kid was to go to the eggs, and I can't tell you how many times I found a snake in the hen's nest eating eggs.
Well, it's most usually a little black snake though, and they're not
Yeah.
poisonous.
Yeah, we had a big black snake in the chicken coop.
You're not going to find a copperhead in there though, or nothing.
No.
They'll kill
My-
the copperhead. and
My
stuff.
grandpa, he cut these little sapling trees and put them across the loft so the chickens could get up there and roost. And this black snake, he's like 7 foot long, and he'd get up there on those roosting posts, and he'd literally hang down and watch you gather the eggs. And my papa dared me to ever kill this snake. He's like, it keeps the rats away. And I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. So I go out there one day, and we always gathered eggs with gloves on because there were stray cats that would get in there, and if you got a hold of one of those cats in that chicken coop, they'd eat you up. So we always gathered eggs with gloves on. Well, I stuck my hand in this nest, and I felt something hit that glove, and I looked, and that black snake was in that chicken coop, and he was full of eggs. You could see him.
Oh,
He was full of eggs. So I went and told my grandpa, I said, that black snake's out there in the chicken coop, and he's full of eggs. My papa goes in there, reaches in barehand and grabs the snake, pulls him out, whips him like a bullwhip, and he's dead. I mean, it just...
Yeah. And
he said, I'll let him stay here until he starts eating eggs. And after he starts eating eggs, he's done.
my granny, she had one get in hers, and there's a little hole, and she had it's like a shed, and then she had chicken wire and stuff out front. Well, there's a little hole in there, and that snake would crawl through that hole and bust them eggs as he's crawling through there.
wow.
He'd get her and get some eggs. And anyway, she said that she goes, I carried that snake one day. She had found her a shiny like rock, and she painted that dude white and put it in the egg box in there. She said that dude crawled there, he got stuck. She said he never bothered another egg again. And,
For the rest of his life.
yeah. But we also, as far as that goes, we keep some like see-through like bins, up in our pantry room, and we'll date and rotate like sugar, flour, beans, all that stuff. And so it's real easy. You go get a bag of sugar out, then you put it on the list. You buy a new bag of sugar, you date it, and you put it in there. And same way, like all of our canned goods, way I built our pantry and I set it up to where you put the new cans up top and they go back and forth, down a wooden deal. And so you get the oldest, you always keep them rolling around, and, so you got fresh stock and you got your newest, last. And that's just, simple stuff. And the thing about, like, they don't care what canned vegetables you like, spinach, green beans, whatever. Grocery stores will run a special, And,
Yeah.
it might be like 29, 39 cents a can, So go ahead and pick up a case of those, whatever. And, just make sure you keep everything rotated. And even though we have like fresh vegetables here and fruits, fruit trees, but we'll can those and we rotate them. But, we'll get like canned peaches, canned pie fillings, just stuff like that and rotate them out too. And, it's just something easy. And then as far as firearms, ammo, that's something else. I try to keep just a good selection of ammo, but mainly for the firearms that, like, I think, if I was just going to go down, you always hear the deal if you can only, like 3 guns or whatever, So those calibers, I try to keep plenty extra of those, that I know I could use for self-defense, hunting, stuff like that. And so anyway, see, make sure you guys get your hashtag in. I know some new people's jumped in. So the hashtag for tonight is hashtag HBN135. And we'll do the giveaway here about the bottom of the hour. And I have one more topic that kind of goes with this. Could you live off the land if things went bad? Could you do it where you live, or would you have to move? And so, I mean, I kind of understand that, some people are in the city, but if you have enough stuff stockpiled, your canned goods, stuff like that, then, you'd be okay for quite a while. But then also, I know, there's some people that be, it's like, I would definitely just have to move, and so, like Chad, he's got free natural gas, so, he'd be in a good spot, no doubt about that. And so, Gary, we'll just start with you and go back around the room. And real quick, we got Calamity Jane out there, and Dale Pogue, and R4 Mississippi Thunder. And I don't know if I missed anybody else jumping in. If I did, I really apologize. So, okay, Gary.
I mean, could I short term? Yes. Long term? Probably not. I'd have to go somewhere else long term. But, the seasons are going to get bad enough around here that, it's going to get tough. That, and I'm an old man. I don't know how much hunting I could do. I guess I'd find out. I'd probably lose quite a bit of weight real quick once I had to go out and walk around and hunt and find my food all day. I wouldn't have any problem keeping the weight off. So
you do have fishing though, like you.
That's it. I'm half mile from a
capital
river. Yeah, as long as the water is not a purification issue, then. Yeah, that'd be fine. I can get fish, but wintertime, if water freezes over, that might be kind of tough. So it doesn't always happen, but
looking up videos on ice fishing, huh?
there would be a lot worse places to be, I suppose. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
that's about as best I can answer that. Nobody knows for sure.
Well, just because I know you, like maybe where your daughter and her husband and your grandchild lives, you're probably in a better area than they are, probably, right? So they would probably be coming towards you instead of you going to the area they live in.
I don't know. My ex-son-in-law, he's Arkansas people. They would likely be heading for the hills, see.
Yeah.
I gotta keep that in mind. My daughter has her man now. They're not necessarily worried about me. I mean, that's nice, but I don't expect me to be their top priority.
Yeah.
Take care of Dad when you can. Take care of yourselves first.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with me when COVID hit, I realized, I have 3 daughters, they're married, 7 grandkids, so, you know, that's 13 people there, not counting anybody else in my family, and so, that's kind of one thing that hit home when COVID hit. But we were really fortunate enough because I had a restaurant. So I had a lot of clean supplies, stuff like paper towels, toilet paper, even extra food besides what we had here and stuff. So I had plenty to supply for, not only my family and, just friends and neighbors. And so, we still to this day have one of those really big packs of toilet paper that stays in the closet, that we just don't touch, I mean, just little things like that, that kind of think of. So, how about you, Moon Dog?
I'm kind of like Gary. I live in the city in San Francisco. So with all the folks that live here, I mean, if there were no other people around, I could possibly live off the land. I mean, I know that there's there's plenty of gophers I could go shoot and kill in the area, and I've seen wild turkey walk down my street, and there's plenty of coyotes. So there's got to be plenty of wildlife to feed these coyotes. Well, then again, they probably get into the garbage and whatnot. But I would probably head out over to my brother's in the Central Valley of California, where they're in farmland. Yeah, out there. He's a cop, so yeah, it would be smarter for me to go inland from where we're at.
So you wouldn't just jump on a boat and go to Alcatraz and then just or nothing?
Well, Alcatraz. If you've ever been there, there's nothing there. It is just rocks. So, yeah.
It's hard to grow anything there.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But I guess there's plenty of sea life. There's crabs and mussels, and so you could live off the land that way.
Yeah, you betcha. So how about you, Jamie?
I have no doubt I could live off the land for. I mean, like y'all said, around here you could live off squirrels and poke salad till you can do better. But give me one of those crab nets and put me on the beach, dude. And a good swimming pool and a good fishing pole. I ain't gonna starve to death. But like y'all said, we're getting advanced in age. I think my first priority would be getting my family to safety. And if it cost me my life, then that would be fine too.
Yeah.
We got Jesus. He's going to provide. And if it's my time to go by protecting my family, I'm okay with that too.
Amen.
Yeah, of course. You betcha.
So,
I'm with Bama Dad. He says if something like what we're talking about was to happen, the city won't be where you should stay. I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
You might make trips in there to kind of grab up essentials. And we got enough reloading stuff. We can make ammo for what we needed for quite a while. But if once it gets out that you have stuff, then you're going to have to fight to keep it. And,
same thing with fishing and hunting. If you don't own your own property, and things go bad, it could get pretty territorial. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People may not let you fish their fishing hole, or they might not let you hunt their property.
Yeah, you'd have to get in with a group at that point to survive. Yeah. And that would happen pretty fast, I believe. But anyway, I'm going to bed, guys. I got to go to church in the morning. Thank y'all for amen, Sam, folks. No fear because of King Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
remember what he said in the Sermon on the Mount. He knows when that sparrow falls, he cares a lot more about you than them. Find somewhere to go to church tomorrow, fellas. You'll be glad you did.
All right, Jamie, what you got coming up, brother?
I need to do some videos, man, and I got lots of ideas and no time. And, coming up on the trip, I'm going to try to do a review while I'm up there, and I got some other guys to shoot. But I think I'm going to do a review of my Ruger-made Marlin 44 Magnum, the model 1894.
Oh, nice.
I think some folks might like that. But anyway, man, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all putting up with me. And good night,
Ron. So much, buddy.
Good night, Jamie.
Good night, guys.
Night, James. Guys, go and check out JH586. And, of course, don't forget Georgia Shooting Connection on Friday nights. And always fun time there, too. So who you up to? Hasbro?
Yep. Well, I can certainly survive on hunting and fishing. Only limited time in my property. My property runs along County Road down to a protected wildlife area. So that sounds good. And I could, hunt in there if I needed to, but it's not big enough to survive with all the other places around. So, but I can hunt, I can fish. I got a boat. Just depends on what's going on. And then I got a mobile command center that Chad's going to see next week, and I could always just fire up the RV and go where I need to go. And then when it comes to modern ammo, if I ever ran out of my supplies, I just go back to black powder. I get everything to live for many years on black powder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet.
Bless you.
Bless you, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, that black powder, that's like, I really would like to get one of those just because of that reason. I mean,
Hasbro, I still
and
got some black powder that my dad made with charcoal.
No way.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's the thing, as a backup. You can make it. Now, it's hard to get a really powerful mix, but you can make it.
Yeah, I mean, you basically, if you're going to be cooking out and having some charcoal left over and, some simple ingredients, you can make your own black powder. And
the thing of it is, it's like, if you go with a flintlock, you don't need percussion. You can find flint if you run out. And a pound of black powder will last you a long time with a muzzleloader. Unless you got into competition shooting, which I used to, and then I burned, 10 pounds a year. But yeah, a pound will last you a long time.
That's dark humor right there, Bubba.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's something else. So Chad, how about you, buddy?
Well, I definitely think I could live off the land myself. I mean, face it, homeless people do it every day, and some of those homeless people choose to be homeless. They like living that way. So
yeah,
there is definitely survival. But could I do it with my wife and children? That creates a problem because I would have to do everything for them. They're spoiled. No, there's no good way to put it. They're spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean you've been in the hills like, I am and stuff.
Listen, if I was a single man and I didn't have a wife, I'd live in a one-room shack in the middle of the woods. I would.
Indeed. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I understand that. Yep. Yeah, as for me, as far as me, I think we're pretty good. We're at for quite a long time. I would think we're surrounded by a lot of water, lake, creeks, freshwater springs. I mean, there's literally a spring just over the hill down here, and a lot of national forest. So I mean, when you look at our area from like Google Maps, there's so many trees and hills and stuff. I mean, you don't see a lot of houses, even though they're there. Just because there's just a lot of trees and a lot of country, unless it's like a subdivision, or something that somebody's built, And but yeah, we have access to a lot, and then on top of that too, I forgot to mention this earlier, but some rainwater catches and stuff. That's what we water our gardens with and stuff like that. And not only that, in our town we have this is barely even a town, but we do have a big water tower, that could supply water for quite a while, if it was rationed, for drinking water or whatever. And another thing is my wife, she don't like our city water or whatever you call it. And so and one reason I agree with this, because of this reason right here, we use Culligan, and they're like the 5-gallon water bottles, and so I always keep at least 5 of those. So as we use one, we get another one and stuff like that. So, I figure that's 25 gallon of fresh drinking water that, you don't even have to worry about. And so, but yeah, I think we would do just fine here. And I'm sure, like, most of my kids or whatever, they would come back here. Well, the ones that's in the military in Hawaii, they'd have a long swim. But
So helping man made a statement: when things go bad, you learn who your real neighbors are. Sharing resources is the only way to survive.
yeah.
I can attest to that from just what the flooding we just went through this year.
Mhm.
All my neighbors came together, man. We worked together. We made it work, So I got good neighbors.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, and we wouldn't have any trouble, I don't think, in our like little area. A lot of it's family and stuff. And so yeah, I don't think I think there'd be a lot of shared resources here, no doubt about that. But there would be a little bit of rising going along, and be like, how's that $87,000 boat you bought last year? Or whatever,
Yeah.
How's that doing for you right now? Oh, man. No doubt about that. Well, it is time for the giveaway, and I will bring that up. Moondog's going to have to get off here, so while I put up the new hashtag here. Okay, I already have it up. Never mind.
Oh, you're fast.
Hashtag HBN35. We'll let Moondog tell us what all he's got coming up, and then we'll do a giveaway. And
Sure. So I think I gave you guys a little sneak peek with that March scope that I got a box up and send back. This is just a box, but I'll be working on that review video for this new March PRS scope. And I should have that done and up in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and this weekend I'm gonna be with Mark Thomas in Pennsylvania for a charity airsoft event that I'm organizing. out in near Scranton, Pennsylvania. So if any of you folks are around there, come meet both Mark and myself. Mark is I've got him as one of the commanders for one of the three factions that we're gonna have. They're all fighting
All
each other
right.
out there in the woods. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that's coming up next weekend. And right now on my channel, the giveaway for the month is going to be one of these Milesy Blazer rangefinders. So you still have an opportunity to enter the contest to win this thing. It's got a mile. I guess it's the name. It's got a range of at least a mile, and I've tested it, and I was able to get a reading off of a hill to 2,000 yards away. So yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that is sweet.
Yeah, and it even has a. What is it? There we go. It's even magnetic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can just clip it off the side of your car if you need to. Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
That
Anyway,
is nice.
Get a chance to go check out the contest. I forgot to put any. I'll put in a link to the contest entry page here before I jump off.
You betcha.
Side
And it's
chat.
super easy to do, guys. You just click on that link. But hopefully you're already subscribed to, is it Moondog Go this time?
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
getting really close to the 1,000 subscribers on Moondog Go. So
All right.
could use all y'all's help in getting me over that line of 1,000 subscribers on my travel channel, Moondog Go.
Yeah.
I love
so
that channel.
Thanks.
If you're not subscribed to Moondog Go, go there and subscribe. And while you're over there, after you subscribe, take a screenshot and then go over to this right here, Moondog Industries contest, and fill out that simple little form that's just got your name and stuff on it. And you got a place there to post that screenshot, and they'll
Mhm.
get you entered for that awesome rangefinder.
Yeah,
So-
just put in the address. If you get picked to win, what I'll do is just forward the information to Milesy, and they will ship the winner one of these rangefinders.
That is a sweet deal.
All right, folks, I gotta head out. I've got church choir in the morning, and where I'm going to be taking the family. My son's back to playing drums for the music ministry, so that I'm happy about that.
Awesome.
Okay,
Well,
everybody,
good stuff.
good to see you.
Hi, Moondog.
Bye, buddy. Guys, go and
I'm-
check out Moondog. And we're going to be doing the giveaway. But before we do the giveaway, we do have a commercial here. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I am gravely disappointed. Once again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing?
There has been too much violence, too much pain. But I have an honorable compromise. Just come join us. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Sunday Metric. Just join us, and there will be an end to the horror. Just join us.
All right. Well, let's get this screen up here for the giveaway. And so get in hashtag HBN135, and that'll get you entered in tonight's giveaway. And tonight's giveaway is the multicolored skinny knife. It is really cool. Even the blade is multicolored. So anyway, yeah, make sure you get that hashtag in, and we'll give you all just a quick second to get in there while I pull out my little book here. I write down the winners. And all righty. So, would somebody like to give us a countdown? We'll give this thing a spin. You do have to be present to win.
3, 2, 1, hit it.
All right, round and round she goes. Where it stops, only Hasbro's knows. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. All right, congratulations. And he just made a comment out there. So I assume he's still here, but we need confirmation, buddy. Fluffy, you say something out there so we all know you're here. There he is. He says, hey, thanks. Awesome. Well, Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy, email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com. It is running in the banner down below. So give me an email with the mailing address you'd like on there. And congratulations, buddy. Awesome. Well, so let's start going around the room, and we'll tell everybody what you got coming up and everything like that. And so anyway, Gary, we'll just start with you, buddy. And also I want to remind everybody else too, the commercial there for DM Foss, don't miss that later on tonight. Always a lot of fun over there. And so we got coming up, Gary.
Well, let's see. Today's Saturday, so Monday will be my Foul Territory live stream. That's at 9 p.m. Central Time. And if you're a channel member of mine, don't forget we have our members only live stream at 8:30 p.m. every Wednesday, right after Ron Wayne's member stream. So
Yeah.
I did get, in the last couple of days, I've put out a couple flashlight reviews for some new flashlights from Wubin. And I do have a new knife from CJRB that I've got to do a video on. Plus, yesterday, I just got in new knives from Civivi for this month. And those will come out on the 26th. So I've got to get those two reviews done. So it's review time. So I got videos to do. That's what I got going on.
All right.
That and a cat in my lap.
Your co-host George.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, guys and girls, go and check out Giz Gary. Always a great time. And I'll run over some of these live shows. Man, so like Monday night, we have Ron 2A Matters, right? Comes on right before your show.
Yeah.
And then Foul Territory. And then Tuesday night we have our VIP show here on Hillbilly Nation. And then Wednesday night's a busy night too. We have Moondog, his live starts at 5 Central. And then we have Ron Wayne's lives for his members at 7:30. And then following right after that, we got Gary's members. And then, my goodness, Friday night, we have Georgia Shooting Connection. We got, after that, we got Talking Bench Wrestling, Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies. And then somewhere around there, we have Gun Websites, the 2A weekly wrap up. I don't know if he's still doing that late Friday night or what, but he always does that towards the end of the week. Always a great show. And Saturday night, we got Brooke Cheney's Great Start Shooting School. And then this show right here, Guns, Beer, and Therapy, and then DM Foss's. And I'm probably missing people, and I apologize. It's just what I could think off the top of my head. So, you know, there's always some great 2A content going on all the time. So check them out. Hasbro, what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, just trolling Gizzard a little bit.
Nah, I saw it.
Oh, well, I'm getting ready to go to Chad's. And so I got just I've been shooting a lot of rifles and not really giving them the attention they need. So I'm cleaning them up, getting them ready, and changing scopes around, adding scopes. It's going to be Be a good time. Be a lot of toys. We're just gonna have a good time. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll try to get a couple of videos out this week. I got 2 more can cutting ones I just did, but I'll try to get some of these challenge targets. But I may have to do most of those down to your way, Chad. Shoot a lot of those there while I'm down there. So we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, and then part of that is trying to get this stuff loaded. YouTube. This is not gun stuff. It's not loaded. Just pieces of brass. But I got to get these loaded up for a bench rest contest on Thursday. I got a guy I work with. He's from Brazil, and he's worked his health way and getting his own green card, working to become a citizen, that sort of stuff. And so I was getting him in to be a member of the club, and you got to shoot with him 3 times. So I'm going to loan him a rifle, 308, and he can't get scoped because the trigger is at 4 ounces. But I'm going to let him shoot his first bench rest center fire Thursday, right before we leave. And that way, that's his last time, and he gets to be a member. So that's it.
Well, start him out right with a 45-70 and a 10 gauge.
Yeah, 45 120.
Yeah.
We'll go quick. We'll go quickly on him.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm joking. Do not do that to new shooters, people.
I have been known to do that. Some people that a company I work for is French, and so a lot of them have never shot a gun in their life. So I'll take them to the range. They're all excited. They'll shoot 22 pistols, 22 rifles, and a 9mm, and then I'll shoot all the way up. Then I'll give them a 454 Gasul with 45 Colt in it, but the last round won't be a Colt. They never forget it.
Yeah. And that's a buddy of mine. We were trap shooting one time. His wife she was a good trap shooter. And anyway, she'd always shot, I don't remember if it was a 16 or a 20 gauge. And he said, here, try so-and-so's rifle. You'll like this. And he slipped a 3-inch mag in there. And it literally broke her collarbone. She was so pissed. I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned 16 gauge. To me, that's the worst I've ever been kicked by a shotgun. My dad had a Belgian-made Browning that he had for coon hunting, and it was so lightweight, you took it all. And there was a metal butt plate, right? So you got no.
My dad
sliding in there right at the very end.
My dad had a single shot, really lightweight 16 gauge, and they had duct tape or black tape all around the stock, metal butt plate, and that thing just kicked like a mule.
And I suggest them to come in here right when the show's over.
Yeah, there's Justin out there, hey buddy. So
maybe he was driving up to get Elijah.
He's probably busy helping out some neighbor or something.
Yeah, probably Justin. He's a busy beaver, man. That guy's always doing something. So go check out Hasbro's channel, guys and girls. You go there and show him some love. And Chad, what you got coming up, bud?
Big week this week, guys. Big week. So first of all, last week my week got cut short because of rain. This week it's going to be in the 90s and dry, so we're going to get a very full work weekend, and then we're coming home, and Hasbro and Justin Lowe, Rimfire Dave, George from Southern Rifle, and hopefully Elijah from Day at the Range is going to be at my range this weekend, and we're going to do a lot of shooting together and making some videos, and me and Elijah's going to put this little challenge, Savage against Savage, to rest. That is if he shows up. But yeah, we're gonna get some shooting in this weekend with some of my YouTube buddies, and I'm looking forward to that. Friday night, Let's Talk Bench Rest may be a little different setting. We may be doing that by a campfire on the range. And
that'll be fun.
So Yeah, come over and join us on Friday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll talk a little bit about Venturous Rifles, and currently we're getting to know each person on the panel. So we've been going around the room and interviewing, picking a person each week and interviewing and learning a little more about each person. And that's exactly what we're doing, is learning. I mean, I've learned something about each person, a little new each time, and may have somebody new on the panel this week. I talked to someone today that's interested in being on the panel, and we talked in person on the phone, and I think I'm going to give it a go and invite him in and see how that goes. And we may see daggone it, I forgot his call sign. What is it? Leather Action 22.
Yeah, Leather
Yeah.
Action. Mhm.
Yeah, so we may see Leather Action 22 in the panel this week. And
Awesome.
yeah, so we're still shooting challenge targets, and we're still messing with the Springfield 2020, and now we got a CZ 455 that we're messing with, and just stay tuned on the Springfield 2020. It gets good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys
Thanks
and
for
girls, go and check out
thanks.
Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Hillbilly.
Oh, man, thank you for being here. Say hi to M. Gabriel. He just jumped in. And then Sam out there says, had fun. Thank y'all. Hope you come back, buddy. Glad you showed up. But Ken out there says, great stream, guys, as always. Good to see you, buddy. And each and every person here. And I want to shout out all the VIPs. They're awesome. The members of this channel, they sponsor basically what they bring in through YouTube. That money goes right into all the giveaways. So every time somebody wins a skinny knife, it's them that's making your day better. And so I really want to shout them out and thank them so much. They're just awesome. And anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you out there. And so I got videos coming out. We got some suppressor videos be coming out. We got the Bolt Action 350 Legend from Bear Creek. We got videos of that coming out and a few other things. So anyway, keep checked in. Hopefully we get some good videos out that you guys all enjoy. And I'm real excited about the Bolt Action AR. That's something. It's a game changer for me. Being able to, so many people have an AR for home defense or whatever, and come deer season, or just like we were talking about earlier, then you can go out and hunt. Swap out that upper on that AR, go out and do some hunting, and feed your family. So yeah, it's a game changer in my mind from what I'm thinking. So if everything goes good and it holds up good and is really accurate, then it definitely is going to be a game changer. So anyway, thank you all for being here. We'll do this again next Saturday night at 9 o'clock Central here on Guns, Beer, and Therapy. And we're going to leave you off this. Remember, man, my mind went blank. Sorry. Remember, God, family, and country. Make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's will and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing y'all again. Everybody say good night. We love you, Billy Nation.